shit like
That's
that.
like East Coast Goodfellas shit. You don't rat.
Yeah.
You don't rat.
No, that's straight across the board. You don't rat, which is what's so funny now. All these comics trashing other comics on social media. I just don't understand that. It's just like, what do like you've become like comics already get shit. Why would you go if you don't like somebody special or or whatever? You don't
Yeah.
like something that they said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a new phenomenon.
There's a lot of new phenomenons this year, and I don't want to get into it, but
Let's get into it.
no, because it's going to deal with stuff that we don't want to talk about, like
Oh, okay.
cancel culture and whatnot. You know what I mean? But in terms of like
Yeah,
people ratting people out, and you know what I mean, and it's been a difficult thing, you know. Just to
I have an SNL character idea. It's called Twitter Lawyer.
yeah. Twitter lawyer.
Twitter Lawyer, do you have any opening statements? Yes, Your Honor. I'm all out of fucks. That is the funniest opening statement to just burning down somebody's life. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is
yeah.
what it is. It's
But
my generation would have been doing the same thing if we came up on computers and stuff. It's a weird sort of
You
thing.
think it's not a new mentality? You think it's just access to a keyboard?
No, I think it's the power of not being face to face. Where when I was growing up, like there was a rule when I grew. This is so funny to hear now, but when I was growing up, there was a rule. You went to a party or somebody invited you over, you do not bring up politics and you don't bring up religion. And then like social media is the inverse of that, where it's just like everything you're not supposed to bring up, you bring up, and all rules of common decency are just out the window. And you know, the whole, hey, I can't, you know, as a guy growing up, there was always that, you know, there's that line. You learn where the line is. If I go past that line, I'm risking getting the shit kicked out of me. And that is sort of, you know, it's like disappeared.
It's funny because like even I have to admit, like I've discovered a couple of comics that I love that could be, you know, Republicans or whatnot, right? They're not out, but you hear rumors. And my initial response is,
What is wrong with that?
I know. I'm just, there's nothing wrong with
Yes,
that.
they're not out.
Yeah. But not out as Republicans.
No, you know, they keep their stuff private is what I meant.
Yeah, because liberals are out of their fucking.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah,
But just
good Lord.
listen to my fucking point, though.
Okay.
Let me finish my point, okay? My initial reaction is like, right? But it's like, no, I'm just going to make up a name. It's Joey. He's a good guy. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like, it has nothing to do with, we're in it. Just listen, Bill, right?
No,
we're in a volatile, like.
I just love how judgmental the left is. You don't know anything about. Oh, he's a good guy. He is still just Republican.
I understand. But at the end of the day, it's like all these, even now because of of politics and the election, all that stuff. Like I try not to like let it ruin or dictate how I feel and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't make who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Your political affiliation. You know, there's good guys everywhere. There's bad guys everywhere.
Shouldn't you have a wide variety of people in your life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It goes back to those alt rooms where it just became like it was just everybody was. It's like it was the echo chamber of it that was what I found fascinating, to go in and do comedy in front of like that like if you were to graph the people in the room, like it was almost like a straight like. There wasn't this guy does this and this person's over here. It was just sort of like, you know, like a, what do you call it? It's just like all the dots were like right there.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah, which made it like, I don't know. It was so easy to get into trouble during your set there, because it was just like, there was just one place where you could score.
Right. You wouldn't have a Brian Holtzman in a room like that.
I mean, I would. That's
I know.
exactly where I would put them. And I would just,
I know.
and I would film it. And
yeah.
But no, I think, you know.
That's why I watch.
God, I just find that stuff fascinating. I try to, I definitely, I joke about politics and shit like that. But, I'm not going to get on somebody because they're, like if you say you're liberal, I don't then think like, oh, that means that you're this. I mean, there's so many. There's this spectrum of being on the left. There's this spectrum of being on the right. You know, and I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that we maybe learned something over the last 20 years of just, everybody just shitting, like half the country just shitting on whoever's. I really feel like the first George Bush was the last guy who was kind of allowed to be president without half
Right.
of his country trying to take him out of office.
Yeah.
It kind of started with the Clinton lying under oath about the blowjob. And then it was Bush stole the election and Obama's not from here. And everything Trump did was just like, I mean, I don't know how that helps people, but
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And I think we're at a precipice.
and that's why I stopped giving you shit, Bobby. I was just like, you know what? I need to bring the two coasts together. All right.
But here's, I want to,
Is that old boy right behind you?
yeah.
Oh my God, dude! I got a horror movie but for people at home, he told me about this movie like 10 years ago, and that one, and then The Audition.
Auditions.
Oh
are good
my
ones.
Well, you invited me to your birthday party one time,
Yes,
and I brought you the DVD of Old Boy as a gift.
yes, you did.
Yeah.